Lift off!
We'll get back to that in one moment. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Jordan here. Today we're going to be discussing the Lego skyscrapers in the Lego City. It's time to update them. Get rid of some, as you saw earlier, and also update some and give them a fresh look. So we've got some skyscrapers here. You can see the Avengers Tower, of course, where there's Thanos and Thor on top. Then we've got the large white office tower, which we will be parting out in style in this video. Then we've got the Sig Tower. We're going to be updating the Sig Tower in this video here, giving it a finished roof and also reducing the size of it, doing some part substitutions and just improving the look of it. And then we'll discuss some plans that we have with the hospital. And one other building that's not really a skyscraper, but it's a mock that we're working on, is the arcade. We're actually going to be talking about that in this video as well, and we'll be pulling it out of the Lego City. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually pull out the Sig Tower, which is this dark bluish gray building right here, just the dark gray building. And we're going to have a look at all the different floors, and then we're going to start improving those floors right away. Actually, you know what? I guess the first thing I should probably do is clean up my workstation. It seems to always be a disaster. We recently just built the Heart Lake City school set right there, and we also built the Lamborghini Countach, which is a rebrickable model, and it's an alternate build of the Porsche. So we got to get those sets cleared out of here on the shelf and just make some space so we can start to work on the Sig Tower. All right, the two biggest skyscrapers have been extracted, that being the big white office tower and the Sig Tower, and we placed the Lamborghini right here on the Lego Creator Expert vehicle shelf with the Porsche. What a great alt build. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot believe that the parts from this set created this awesome car. So good. All right, let's have a look at the Sig Tower, which is currently on my desk. Okay, first off, what does Sig Tower mean? Well, a bunch of people from the Lego community sent me some mini builds to fill the apartments of the set. We got my apartment right here. We've got James Dowling right here. We've got Easy Craftsman on the top here. And then we've got the woodshop teacher here and the cybotic zombie and a couple others. So let's have a look at the interior details here of these Sig apartments and sort of see what we can do to improve not their builds, but this building in general. I want to try and reduce the size of it. I just think it's too tall because let's face the fact, there's not a whole lot of skyscrapers in the city. So when you put skyscrapers in the city, it looks sort of awkward because we're more so looking to fill the city full of these mini modular buildings. So I think there's a way that we can reduce this building by probably 1 or 2 floors. And then we're also going to scrap this roof here and build a more simplistic sort of skyscraper roof. Wow, this building's actually 8 floors and they're all pretty detailed. It looks pretty good. Plus we have the roof, right? So yeah, it's a pretty tall building. Now we have some interior details here. This is actually my apartment right here. We got a grill out front, a balcony, a large screen TV there, big screen TV with a shelf beside it there, a couch, also a pool table, and then a kitchen right here, a bedroom, the large bed, and also a bathroom right here with a shower, a toilet, sink. This one here is Easy Craftsman's. He's on his balcony there. You can see he's got the snow speeder, a washroom right here. It's more of like a studio. It's got a fold-out bed, which is really cool. A kitchen with a fridge, a little draftsman table there, or draft table. Draftsman? I don't know. Yeah. And we've got a couch. Right here we have, whose was this again? Oh yeah, this is the woodshop teacher. It's got lots of cool stuff in here, including a woodshop sort of desk there, or woodworking area. TV, a couch, table, bedroom, washroom, nice looking kitchen. Then we have a Lion Tree Media Studio here. Really cool. He's got some shelves full of Lego with Ninjago City, a Sentinel there, like from the Matrix, a streaming desk, and then a nice cabinet over here as well with some more stuff on it. I can't quite remember your name. I'm sorry, it was like years ago. I can't quite remember. I'd have to research it back in the video, but we got a bed in here, a Lego set, and also a restroom. Then we have the cybotic zombie right here. believe that was a Cybotic Zombie. Yes. You've got a kitchen, a little table there. Once again, a TV, an extreme bed, and then a little cabinet there. This is James Dowling. He's got a pool table, and then a big screen TV, an armchair. So you can see that some of these buildings here, or floors, actually have some open space. So I think we're going to be able to condense these onto one floor, or take some of the components of these, like the pool table, the TV, the couches, the armchairs and stuff like that, and build something on the bottom here. So I'm thinking maybe we convert the bottom floor, which has nothing in it, used to be a Lego store. Maybe we bust this wall open here, just do a support truss, maybe with some arches or something like that. And on the bottom here, we actually build like a gaming area where we maybe relocate some of these pool tables and large screen TVs and some of these really cool builds from these and some of the couches and stuff like that. And we make like a gaming area down here. So there'd be like pool tables and video games and large screen TVs, and it's like a gaming cafe. I think that would look really cool. So I think if we do that, I should be able to reduce maybe 1 or even 2 floors from the building, making it a little bit shorter, making it blend into the Lego City a little bit better. And we also have to do some other things. You'll notice that there's no staircases because originally I planned on having an elevator, and that's why you see these glass doors on every single floor. I've decided we're going to scrap the idea of the elevator, and we're just going to put some nice windows in there. That's going to add some nice texture to the backside of the building, because the problem was it was just sort of plain on the backside. There's a lot of dark bluish gray, not a whole lot going on the backside. So I think if we do that, if we add some nice windows, maybe like a mantle or something like that outside the window, or we frame those windows nicely, maybe inset them a stud or half a stud or something like that, then we'll be able to add some texture to the backside of the building, and it won't look so weird in the Lego City. There's a few other things that we need to do as well. You'll see some white wall panels here. That's because I ran out of dark bluish gray when I was building this thing originally. So you've got to swap that up so it's all consistent, so you don't get these random white wall panels because they look sort of weird. So yeah, we're going to fix that up as well. You can see 2 of them right here. So we're going to fix that up. We're going to replace these doors, and then we're going to combine some apartments and probably make some sort of arcade or gaming, not an arcade, but like a virtual gaming sort of area where people who live here can go play, or people who are just walking by can go play some pool or play some video games or something like that. Sort of like a internet cafe, if you will. That's the word I'm looking for, an internet cafe. So let's get to work on combining some of these and just sort of improving the look of the exterior building. So the first thing that we decided to tackle with the changes is actually the back windows. So we gave them sort of a framing job here with some light bluish gray and some dark bluish gray slopes, or cheese wedges, and some snot bricks. I think that looks so much better, you know. It adds some different color to the back of the building and just gives it a little more contrast. It's not just a flat wall anymore. So that looks good. And of course, the first one we did was my apartment. So now we're going to switch up the windows on all of the different Sig Tower floors, just because if you think that looks a lot better than just a plain gray wall with some window glass, hey, that looks way better. Just working on switching all of them. So this is what our new window module sort of looks like there. Pretty cool how it's just like one solid unit. There's the larger one with the 2 windows, and here's the smaller one with the single window. All right, so these are going to be our 4 top floors right here. And as you can see, the new and improved windows definitely add a good vibe to the back of the building. So now we've got to work on our ground floor and also our roof. We're going to start with the ground floor. Okay, I ended up scrapping pretty much all of this here because I can't afford to have it inset like that there, because there's too much stuff that we're trying to put down there. Pool tables and TVs and couches and stuff take up a lot of room, because we're trying to use the stuff from the other Sig condos that were removed to reduce the height of this building, and we want to use that stuff down here. And in order to do that, we need as much space as possible. I know for a fact that we're redoing the arcade, and that actually has a really cool base floor with some curved windows and stuff like that. Maybe we can just take the base floor of the arcade that's going to be redone anyway and use that structure. I'm sitting here saying to myself, hey, that's not bad. It's not bad. Just stick the top floors on the top of the pre-existing arcade that I started building. It looks pretty good, right? Even for the backside here. It's It's not bad at all. But Jose disagrees, and I sort of disagree because the color's off. But I think I like this design of the front windows and stuff like that. I think it sort of matches the vibe of this color scheme and also building style. So this is what we got going on for our ground floor so far. We've got 1.5 floors. Now we just have to sort of shuffle all of these different little mini builds throughout those 1.5 floors to try and make it work for our pool hall. Not sure if all of this stuff is gonna fit. We've already stuck a little couch right under there, underneath the staircase. The staircase does take up a lot of room, but it's necessary to get up to the sort of half-floor mezzanine looking down on the main floor. But wait a minute, we forgot about something. When are we going to deal with this thing? When are we going to part it out? Well, let's do that right now. And we're going to part it out in style. Oh yes, it's going to the backyard and we're going to smash it. Who's ready? Well, I guess before we do that, we better have a little chat about this thing here. What is it? It's an office tower. There's no interior details. It just uses a bunch of these window glass elements and also the white sort of wall panels. It's got some slopes underneath the glass windows there and then some inverted slopes on the roof. It looks pretty sweet. It uses a lot of these large white wall panels from the pick-a-brick wall. It is massive. As you can see, it comes up to about my pocket here. But yeah, it's just too big. There's not a whole lot of detail. It's been around for quite some time, so we figured why not have some fun and smash it. Now, it's not going to damage any of the parts and pieces when we smash it. More so, it's just going to part it out in the backyard in one swift swoop, and then we're going to reuse all those pieces and cycle them back into our inventory. We just think it's too big for the Lego City. It's sort of plain. When you look at the back side of it, it just looks sort of boring. So we're going to use the space that we create by removing this thing for something new and fresh for the Lego room. All right, who else is ready for this? Here goes nothing. It's time to part out the big office tower in style. Let's head to the backyard. I won't lie, this thing is pretty solid. I honestly don't even think we can break it. I don't think throwing it off a ladder is gonna break it. It's a solid hunk. It's not a bad skyscraper. Let's try it. All right, let's do this. This is gonna be the ultimate skyscraper part out deconstruction. Oh, I gotta be a little bit careful here. Oh, it's a little bit shaky. All right. I might go down with the skyscraper. Okay, here we go. Who's ready for the ultimate part out? 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Oh! Lift off. Oh! Lift off. I told you it was strong. I knew it was strong. Okay, we better see if we can part out the other half. This thing's built like a brick. I'm telling you right now. There's no tiles. It's all studs, folks. Here, this one's gonna get a high bomber. Whoa! That was awesome. There's one way to part out Lego. And as you can see, we put it all on a tarp. So it's going to be easy for us to collect. No pieces were really broken. We're just going to put them back into our part inventory. And what a blast that was. Rest in pieces. Lego skyscraper. So let's check out the aftermath here. Wow, there's lots of black plate, some light bluish gray plate, lots of those white panels, lots of bricks in white as well. So we're gonna have a huge amount of parts that we can do something pretty cool with after we part this thing out and get it put back into our inventory. All right, so now that we're done parting that thing out in style, oh my gosh, that was so epic. We're gonna continue working on this here. So Jose's going to finish working on the interior of the main floor, and I'm going to make the new and improved roof for the building, and then we'll take a look at the final product. All right, we finished our pool hall. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty stoked on it. So we did use some of the original arcade. We used the ground floor, but we changed all the interior walls. And also we added the pool sign, some pool cues, the pool triangle, and also some pool balls out front there. Sort of abstract. I really like that. It's tiled off just like modular buildings. It's got these curved glass windows here. And then it's sort of a retro style look there with the profile bricks and also the darker windows. Now inside we've got 2 computers up top here where you can play some video games, a chair right there, or a couch of course, and then a large screen TV. Got some interesting windows on the back side here. You can see we went with the same design on these ones here, and also used some car windscreens right there, or windshields, because we didn't have any more of these windows. So I saw those and I was like, hey, that sort of looks cool, you know? If you went to play some video games at like an internet cafe or something like that, and those windows are there, I'd be stoked on that. That looks pretty neat. Down here, it's a little bit tight. It is modular, it will come apart, but you can pretty much see everything. We've got pool table, a TV, a couch, and then the service desk right there where you can buy some snacks and stuff like that. Right there. There is another pool table just underneath the stairs right there. I don't know if we can get in there. Yeah, we could take it apart, but like this is modular. You'll see that there's a line right there. So technically I can take this whole floor off if we wanted to. And then also we've got a little chair right there in the front window and some pool cues. Let's reassemble the new and improved Sig Tower with the pool hall on the base. I think that looks clean. It's actually a manageable size that sort of matches the vibe of the Lego City a little bit better. And like I said earlier, I worked on a new roof too. A lot more simple. Use some of the ball joints, some of the arches, some dark bluish gray slides, stuff like that, just to make it look pretty cool. Then we got some slopes on either side. And you can see it matches with the black tiles. And then those new windows on the back side. Doesn't that look pretty cool? Much better than what it used to be. I know there's a little bit of window discrepancy between this floor and that floor, but this is the main floor, and we wanted it to have 2 big windows, whereas the apartments didn't really need 2 big windows because they have the window glass all in the front. But I think it looks really good. There's our new and improved Sig Tower with the pool hall. Fired up on that. I think that looks really good. Some nice splash of color, and just a good upgrade here for one of the skyscrapers in the Lego City. So I will say that I might be changing that back window. I sort of want that back window to match the other ones. But let's place this thing in the Lego City. Oh wow, I think that actually looks pretty good in the Lego City. Honestly, it's just like a new and improved, shorter version of its older self. With the pool hall on the bottom, or a billiard hall. So that's pretty sweet. I love that. Looks amazing. Now obviously, because we got rid of the other skyscraper, we've got a new base plate that we've got to fill. Which is good because having room in a Lego City is always awesome. So we've got that base plate right there beside the Sig Tower. And then we also have another one right here where the arcade used to be, where that gap is in the table, and some minifigs. So you've got to decide what we're going to build to put there. And we already know that we're going to be parting out one of these boutique hotels. And we're actually building it already. And that's going to be going in the Lego City. We're going to be building the El Cubo Fine Art Cafe, and that's done by Lego artisans. So that's going to go here in the Lego City downtown core. And then we've got to work on our hospital. I like our hospital, but just like the Sig Tower, I think it needs some improvements both on the exterior and the interior. So we're going to be doing that pretty quickly here as well. And yeah, that's it. There you go. We also got to come up with a new arcade too. So lots of exciting stuff happening. Had some fun in this video. Parted out the Lego office tower in a classy style. Maybe that wasn't classy. I don't know. I thought it was a lot of fun though. It smashed decently well, and I love the improvements to this building here. Everybody, let us know what you think by commenting below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And thank you so much for popping on by. Have a great one.